Bound by War and Love. Chapter 2. On the morning after the wedding, it was customary to serve tea to the elders. Ren Jingxi, though willing to embarrass Luo Huanghun in private, still cared about his public reputation, so he returned early, waiting outside with a faint smile. Seeing Luo Huanghun dressing before the mirror, he glanced at her reflection. Her face was as lovely as a peach blossom, and her eyes were lively and clear. Despite spending her wedding night alone, there wasn't a single trace of tears. The two walked together, but always kept a fixed distance between them, maintaining an awkward silence. It wasn't until they reached Shaoan Hall that Ren Jingxi finally spoke from behind her. Isn't the Luo family a scholarly household? How is it that the daughter they raised doesn't even know the meaning of the word, shameless? Luo Huanghun was momentarily startled, but when she saw the look of disgust on his face, she understood what he meant. The Prime Minister's residence was built with exquisite attention to detail, with winding corridors and pavilions. Ren Jingxi hadn't guided her, yet she hadn't taken a single wrong step. To him, this could only mean she had sneaked in before marriage to memorize the layout. This was always how Ren Jingxi saw her. Luo Huanghun had no desire to argue. Suddenly, she felt her hand being pulled, and the next moment, it was enveloped in warmth. It was Ren Jingxi, who had taken her hand in his. His hand was warm, but Luo Huanghun instinctively wanted to pull away. She held back, though, because the doors of Shaoan Hall were wide open and the Ren family was watching. Inside, a dignified and elegant middle-aged woman sat, Ren Jingxi's mother. Ren Jingxi led Luo Huanghun forward to pay respects. Greetings, mother. During the meal, Ren Jingxi would serve her dishes and introduce her to each family member. He was never a talkative person and didn't stare at her, but whenever his gaze did fall on her, it was always gentle and calm. Across the small table, he held her hand and suddenly asked, "Did you sleep well last night, madam?" Well, on her wedding night, her husband never returned. Spending the night with another woman, what woman would feel well? He was deliberately trying to upset her. Luo Huanghun took a deep breath and forced a smile. Yes, I slept well. Back in her own courtyard, before Ren Jingxi could let go, she quickly withdrew her hand. This act of marital affection is fine for outsiders, but once we're inside, I hope you'll drop the pretense, Luo Huanghun said coldly, taking a step forward and turning back to look at him. It was dusk, and the golden-red sunset cast a gentle glow on the white walls. You're still resentful? Luo Huanghun, don't be ungrateful. Ungrateful? Ren Jingxi was always gentle and polite to others. This was probably the first time he'd ever called someone ungrateful. Luo Huanghun closed her eyes, accepting his words without argument. Instead, she replied calmly, "You're right. In the past, I was the one who didn't know what was good for me and pestered you too much. But I understand now. Since that's the case, let's get divorced." Divorce? You think I'll believe you? Ren Jingxi sneered. I know we just got married yesterday, and divorcing today would damage both the Ren and Luo families' reputations. So let's set a deadline, 6 months. After 6 months, we'll have nothing more to do with each other. As she spoke, she handed him a divorce agreement she had already prepared. First, in public, they would act as a respectful couple. In private, they would not interfere in each other's lives. Second, she would support Ren Jingxi in taking concubines or bringing other women into the household. Third, after 6 months, they would go their separate ways. The date at the end was exactly 6 months later. Luo Huanghun had already signed her name. The evening light was divided by the high walls, but she could still see the beautiful sunset outside. Ren Jingxi picked up the brush and decisively signed his name. Continue to Chapter 3. Read on www.webnovelverse.com.